Hey folks, welcome to Post to Post. Thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate it. My name's Neil, and you and I, we're looking at Jumbotrons today, okay? We're gonna react to these. I've got 32 Jumbotron concepts done by John Dalton. We've looked at his work in the past. I don't think that he's done any Jumbotron stuff in the past. I think it was just jerseys, potentially. But we've seen his work in the past. I love looking at the community's work, whether it's jerseys, Jumbotrons, goalie helmets. It doesn't really matter. It could be outside the NHL as well, outside of hockey. It could be football, whatever. I love looking at your work, and I love reacting to it. I think that's, it's fun to rank stuff, but it's always fun to react to stuff as well. I've got the file names up here. So there are 32, like I said, but I've not seen these. I just see the file names. Anaheim's going to be first. And of course, if you want to come up with your designs, you can go to sportstemplates.net, get the template that you're going to see in this video. And not only this template, there are other templates on the site as well. The jersey template, which most people I think know, but there's other templates on the site as well. And not just ones that you have to pay money for, but actually free ones as well. I think there's, 3, 4, 5 free ones on there that you can download. There's even hockey related free ones you can download, play with your skills, become better in Photoshop, and send something into the channel. I can review it, I can react to it in a video, and promote your work. But there are other templates on there, obviously, that do cost some money, and I can save yourself 10% by using code post to post. But yeah, over 60 templates on the site, all kinds of good stuff on there. Would love to see you send a full set in from whatever league, from whatever template. It doesn't really matter. I'd love to see it. Okay, let's jump into these. Starting off with Anaheim. Here we go. Alrighty, so we've got a bit of an orange theme here, which, if John's paying attention to trends, we could see the Anaheim Ducks do something a little bit orange this year. I don't know if that means, or maybe not this year, but maybe next season. I think there's conversations around a potential brand change with the Ducks home and away. So maybe he's foreseeing the future here. But this is pretty awesome, actually. I like the, he's even got the, good Anaheim versus Colorado down below. I didn't see that at first. But yeah, this is awesome. I love this template, this new Jumbotron template. You can kind of customize how you want it to look and whatnot. I think it's super unique, and I love the fact that it's out there. So I always love seeing what people can do with NHL teams, obviously. This looks good. Good start. Let's move on. Arizona. Okay. Now, there's some goodness in this one. So you've got the Kachina pattern up above. You can see that, ring coming around with the Kachina pattern. You've got 2 of the old school retro logos in there. You've got the retro kind of screen. It's almost like pixelated. It's dotted on the screen, but that's the bottom of the reverse retro jersey, essentially. And then kind of up in that those 2 little angular slats that come on the left and the right on the corners there, that is a bit of their branding as well. Not just their branding, but the Arizona State branding as well. It's part of, it's not colorized like that, but it's part of the flag. So that's awesome. Down below, we got some green. So like all the colors of the Kachina kind of retro era are part of this one. So great job on this one. This is the second one, but it's my favorite so far. Next is the Boston Bruins, gone with a more mechanical kind of look, and Boston versus Montreal on the bottom. I like this. A really good balance between black and yellow here, or gold, whatever. Great logo up top. Good stuff. Very simple one, and in a very good way. Next, the Buffalo Sabres. Ooh, that white looks very clean along the bottom and up top. A big fan of that, actually. Super big fan of that. I like how, most are very colorful or they're dark or something. It's not often you see a Jumbotron or Jumbotron concept that uses white almost as the primary color. So I actually really like that. I like that clean approach. That looks good. Next, the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, so we got the warning pattern that you see in the jersey, the bottom of the jersey, in the sleeves and stuff, in the striping. You can see that at the top coming all the way around. That looks great. And then just below that, the primary and secondary logos. Canes across the screen, obviously, that you see that on their away jersey. And some lightning in the background. I don't know how the Tampa Bay Lightning would feel about that, but yeah, let's move on. Okay, the Columbus Blue Jackets. This looks good. Just there's a great balance between that beautiful blue that Columbus uses and that deep, beautiful red. Just almost a perfect balance here, I think, for as far as color goes. Really, really like this design in this one. Next, the Calgary Flames. Wow, that is red. that is very red, but it's very retro. It totally matches their home jersey. It works perfectly. A bit of an old school design as well. Calgary, I think, for a long time, or maybe still, I'm not sure what Calgary's Jumbotron looks like, their actual one, what it looks like, but maybe it is a bit old school, so maybe John went with the kind of an old school approach here. I think it looks good, looks okay. Next, the Chicago Blackhawks. You know what? This looks pretty good too. I like the white. Like the Buffalo one was cool with the white. This one looks cool with the white. Yeah, I mean, nothing to complain about here at all. This looks awesome. Let's keep going. Got the Colorado Avalanche. Now, this one is very nice. Again, great color relationship here. The balance between the two colors is excellent. I think I like this specific template within the template the most. This almost like industrial kind of mechanical transformer style one. It's not like super, I don't know, I can't really explain. There's just something about it. It's just, I really like the industrial kind of look behind it. It almost looks like a big like vat that you would make beer or something, and I don't know, but it looks awesome. I love the bottom, how it's like mostly burgundy, but that undercarriage, that little under circular bit is blue. This one's great. I like this one a lot. The Dallas Stars, okay, again, the kind of mechanical look. I actually don't see it that prominently here. I see the green. The green is just like the number one thing. But if I go back actually to the Colorado one, just the rigidness, I think, of the edges and like the little panels and stuff, for whatever reason, I see it very clearly here. But on the Dallas one, I didn't even realize that it was almost the same kind of template, or the Jumbotron that he chose here. I just saw the green, and that's not a bad thing. I just victory green, right? It's put it in our faces. So yeah, this looks good. Okay, the Detroit Red Wings, very red, very respectful, and I think it's an interesting design at the bottom. Like, this is very vintage almost score clock. Nothing fancy, just playing it safe in a very good way. Hockey Town up above, but down below in the bottom, when I think about the Detroit Red Wings logo, you've got a primarily red logo, but there's all kinds of like little white lines that kind of make up obviously the inner design of the wheel and the wing and stuff. But down below, you see those white little rods or whatever. I don't know what they are on the Jumbotron. But that's almost like a really subtle call to the logo, I feel. I don't know, there's a really good relationship there between whatever's going on at the bottom with the actual Detroit Red Wings logo. It's cool. The Oilers, I love the top design where it says Oilers, then you've got those like slanted almost stripes on either side. That's awesome. I really, really like that. A great colorization here too, that the Oilers really do use two beautiful shades of orange and blue together that look awesome. Next, the Florida Panthers. Time to hunt. Got the Panther up there. That Panther's pulled off the shoulder patch, or the, I guess, arm patch if you want to use that. And I missed it. I just saw it. I can't believe it took me this long to see it. But at the bottom of the Jumbotron, you've got that alternate style logo with the hockey stick, with the palm tree looking down. I think that was a great decision to place that there. Moving on to the LA Kings. Now, if you follow the channel, if you know me, I'm fairly critical of the LA Kings branding when it comes to jerseys. I would prefer them to add the yellow back or the purple back, or one of them. It doesn't have to be both, just add one. It's just so bland, I find, their brand now. But when I'm looking something that is actually constructed of metal and steel and like a Jumbotron, you've got all these beams and stuff. The gray, the black, the white, like, to me, this like fits really well for a Jumbotron. And it's obviously perfect for their current brand. And I would like to see some more colorization, but I think this was like, John could have easily gone with a reverse retro style Jumbotron or something, knowing that a lot of people would probably love it. But I think he almost maybe took a risk by going this direction, because there's not a lot of life in this Jumbotron, but it looks really good. Like, I think this one looks maybe the most accurate as far as branding of maybe any that we've seen so far. This one's excellent. Okay, the Minnesota Wild, I get that cool design down there again with those. I don't know what those are, but they're awesome. I do like that. Great amount of red in this one. It doesn't look too Christmassy. Got some yellow in there as well. Cool. The Montreal Canadiens, very clean. Is it too clean? I mean, it looks pretty good. I don't think there's such thing as a too clean Jumbotron. Lots of white. I like the amount of white in here. I think this one works. Next, to get the Devils, not much going on other than a stripe up above, but I mean, their branding is fairly subtle. They haven't really changed anything since 1982 other than remove the green. So, I mean, what can you really do with the Devils? The kind of grungy logo on the front, I think looks okay. Nothing to complain about here. Okay, the Nashville Predators. I love the fact that he put those little notches in. So it's the strings of the guitar or whatever that you see in some of their branding. He's got that on those little side slats, or corner slats rather, and then up above as well. So Smashville up there. This one's pretty cool. Next, the Islanders. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, that is for the fans. The fans like to yell that, which is great. Other than that, pretty simple design here. Next is the Rangers. Oh, I love the N, the Y, and the R up above. It's so like big and just boom in your face. I love that. Nice little ice texture behind the Rangers as well on the screen. That looks cool. Next is the Ottawa Senators. We've got some heavy pixelization on that texture above, but I like the decision. Like regardless of the pixelization and the up-res of it, the top is excellent. Like as far as design, this one is very nice. The screen itself is very old school. I like that a lot. Very retro kind of design. Yeah, this one's cool. And then you got the shoulder patch down underneath. You can barely see it. The Flyers. I like the grunginess of that logo on there. Flyer die up above with some bold fly, with some bold die, and like just a regular style font for the or. Looks great together. Yeah, that looks awesome. The white on the corners, I don't love. I don't hate either. I find maybe a bit distracting. I'd be curious to see what they would look like if they were black. Next is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Wow, that is cool, actually. I'm not a big fan of the Pittsburgh Penguins alternate jersey with the, it comes down, or the reverse retro, either or, the text that comes down. But that looks awesome on that specific, very vertical style slat on the corner there that perfectly holds the word Pittsburgh. So that is a great call out to the jersey, a great call out to their past. And yeah, this one's actually really awesome. I like this one. Okay, the Seattle Kraken. This one looks good too. I love the little subtle touch of the red up above because in the logo, you've just got the eye. I mean, you can see it. You've just got that little red in the eye. Now, looking at the Jumbotron, it's all the teal, it's all the blue. You've got some really deep blues in there and stuff, but just a little bit of red up top. So I like kind of almost the same balance of color between all the colors. Good job. The San Jose Sharks. Ooh, this one is nice. I like this a lot because you've got that silicone texture above, or not silicone, Silicon Valley texture, like computerized motherboard texture above, up there. That is awesome. Teal together, it says. You got some orange in here too. I love, like, bring me some more orange in their branding. Jerseys are being released tomorrow, by the way. We're going to talk about it once those photos get released by the San Jose Sharks. We've already technically seen it, but we want to see the official photos and the release from them. So if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. But yeah, this one's great. Next, the St. Louis Blues. Almost a bit of a weird, like when sometimes there's like visualization of sound waves, but not in like a two-dimensional way. Sometimes it's in like a three-dimensional things where it's like popping up. That's the kind of visualization I get what's happening with the logo. Maybe that is what's happening. Very hard to see the logo on there though. We all bleed blue above. I mean, this looks awesome. Nothing to complain about here. Looks great. Moving on, we've got the Tampa Bay Lightning. Beat the Thunder up above. Lots of blue. I love that bit of thunder and lightning behind off to the right there. I think that's clouds. I assume that's clouds with some lightning going on. That looks great. Just a very simplistic one. Let's move on. The Toronto Maple Leafs, again, a very simplistic design. That's exactly where the bottom works. Again, great decision here by John. Just the bottom, those white little things coming out, those white little poles. It just works with a traditional team like the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it kind of looks like the logo. So great decision here. I like what he did up above too with changing the A in Leafs with the actual logo. Cool stuff. Ooh, Vancouver. This one is cool. I love the amount of green that's being used here. We are all Canucks up top. Yeah, you can really notice the industrial kind of look at this one. I really like this one. Of all like the kind of pre-made templates and stuff that you can get within this template, I think this one's my favorite for sure. This one might be my top 5 actually, the Vancouver one. Next is the Vegas Golden Knights. This one is nice. I love the kind of neon look of the logo with the brick in the background. There's the very like cold steel. It's not black. It's not any other color. It's not the red. It's the cold, like just bare steel. But then it's accented so nicely with the gold that this might be my favorite so far, actually. I got to go through these at the end and pick my favorite, but I really, really like this one. This one's awesome. Next is the Winnipeg Jets. This is the second last one. This one's pretty good. Nothing to complain about here. I think the best thing about this is that the logo perfectly fits at the bottom of the Jumbotron here, just facing down. If you look up, that would look amazing. And then the last one should be the Washington Capitals. That is a big giant sign up top that says Red District. It almost looks like Soviet Union kind of USSR style of approach there. I like the white accents on this though. That looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go. Give me a minute. I'm gonna go back through and pick my favorite. Okay, so I went back and I looked at them all, and I was actually gonna choose Vegas, but I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go with Arizona, and I'll tell you why. I think that he's done a wonderful job incorporating all of the Kachina things into this, because that is their current branding, home and away, but also introducing a bit of state branding as well in those side slats, those corner slats. And one thing I did not notice, probably because I just started looking at these or reacting to them at the beginning of the video, I think Arizona was the second one, is the bottom logo underneath. I was kind of looking for that. I could see it on the reverse retro on the screen, but I didn't see it anywhere else, and I totally missed the bottom of the Jumbotron there. It's underneath. So he's really done a great job utilizing everything, and not just utilizing everything, but it all looks good as well. So not my favorite like template. I like the industrial one, like I said, but I like the design of this one the most. And John, thank you so much for sending those in. It's always fun looking at jerseys. Looking at jerseys is awesome, but looking at some of the other templates on the site is equally as fun, I think. There's jerseys, there's Jumbotrons, there's goalie helmets, free goalie helmet design that's a bit of a retro look, and then a paid one that's more of like a modern style. There's sweaters, there's footballs, there's baseballs, there's hockey arenas. There's literally all kinds of templates on there. So it doesn't really matter which template you choose or what full set that you design and you send in. As long as you do that, as long as you pick one of the templates, I am very, very eager and willing to look at your work. I would love to see it. It doesn't have to be NHL either. If you want to get an NFL helmet and send in NFL helmets, that would be awesome. I would love to see I'd love to see your designs. And speaking of which, that may or may not be coming up on the channel in the next couple of days. NFL helmet concepts. Football is in full swing. So I gotta put that video out there, look at another designer's work. And if you want to see that video and you're new, please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click that notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you want to tell me down below in the comment section what was the favorite Jumbotron that you saw in this video, I would love to hear your opinion. Do you think the Arizona Coyotes one was the best? I said that weird, Coyotes. Arizona Coyotes one was the best like me? Or do you think a different one was? There's no right or wrong, but would love to hear your answer down below. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Adios.